Inflationary data is cooling down with the weather. The stock market is loving this news. Bitcoin is on fire. And personally, I think new all-time highs could be on the horizon. My name's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to Waves Capital. First things first, we're going to be reading over a few key points and taking a look at the US CPI chart, okay? This is the primary chart that measures inflation in the US, okay? Read over some key points here. I want to reference the newsletter that I wrote for Waves Capital on the day of this inflation report because the market's absolutely rocketed higher. This is the best day, I believe, for the Russell 2000, especially in well over a year. And, good times look like they're going to be ahead. Lastly, we're going to take a look at the S&P 500 and Bitcoin on the charts on TradingView. Talk about why the price action that we've seen out of the S&P is very, very meaningful from a macro technical perspective and why I believe it'll spur the markets higher. And Bitcoin is up over 6% now in the past 24 hours. And that's just, we all love to see that around here. Okay. So that's the video, you guys. Before we get into it, please let me know. Do you think the markets have some good months ahead of them? Are you excited about the holiday season? And if so, what are you buying? Okay. Again, few quick key points here. Not going to spend too much time on this. You can go read more for yourself if you'd like. But the primary points are the consumer price index was flat in October from the previous month, but increased 3.2% from a year ago. Both were below Wall Street estimates, sparking a major rally on Wall Street. Again, you can see here, this is what the major indices look like that day. Following the report, traders took any potential Fed rate hikes almost completely off the table. According to CME Group data, this is the primary catalyst that led to the market rally. I'll expand on this as we read through this newsletter because I just kind of brought all my points together in a nice, concise way here. But before that, let's quickly take a look at the US CPI chart year-over-year percent change as of October 2023. We're on our way to the Fed's 2% target. Okay, we're not quite there yet, but just looking at this chart, the trend is in the right direction. Could look like a super janky head and shoulders if you want to. I mean, all charts are ultimately kind of psychology visualized. So patterns, although you think some technical patterns may only apply to like stocks or cryptocurrencies, a lot of times with these weird data charts, they apply as well. Okay, so we're on the right trajectory. Again, it may take some time due to just the complications of the macro, but we're on the right track. And the markets have spoken, investors have spoken. They have written off the potential for another rate hike. Let's talk about why that's important. So you can see here, this is the day we needed. The tides have turned. The markets are roaring higher this morning with small caps and growth stocks leading the charge. The October CPI report came in cooler than expected. As we expected, we were calling for that for the past week or so in the newsletter. And it appeared as though most investors have now ruled out the potential for another rate hike. I posted a video if you guys happen to catch this. It was titled something like, "It's the dawn of a new era for stocks." And as of today, I truly believe that this new era is secured. High interest rates have been the market's number one enemy for the past 2 years. Now that there's the hope for lower interest rates on the horizon, the bulls have free room to run rain once again. The tides have turned, and I trust that these waves will persist through the sessions, weeks, and months ahead. We're already one day past this. We're looking good so far. The markets were green today once again. And again, you guys, also posted that video. November is historically the strongest month for stocks. We're only halfway through the month now. I feel like the rest of this month is going to be pretty damn exciting. Okay. As I said yesterday, I'll give you guys actually a position that you can see right here that has been maybe I profited well over $10,000 in the past 2 days alone from this position. So I'll share that a little bit after. As I said yesterday, if you've managed to hold your ground and exercise patience over these past couple of months, then you deserve these gains we're seeing today. This game is meant for those with strong wills and even stronger stomachs. Congrats on a massive day, Waves Capital. Let's keep this momentum alive. So if you guys want to go look this up, whatever it may be trading at now, C3 AI Inc. $30 call, 11:17 expiration. This is a highly risky call, but it ended up paying off in a big way over these past couple of sessions alone following the CPI report. So C3 AI, I believe we are now up over 5x on this position overall. Sold a bunch yesterday, sold even more this morning at a price of, I believe, a $1.55. So well over 2x today as well at 5x yesterday. So things can happen, you guys. Those who are able to stand their ground when most are losing faith are the ones who are typically rewarded in the end. In this case, this provided me with so much capital. Definitely bought some longer term, January, February calls with the profits I took from this. But the game can change fast, you guys, especially when something like this happens and something like what we're seeing on the SPY right now happens. Such a meaningful momentum shift. And I really do believe this is the beginning of a new era. The tides have turned. So if you guys want the newsletter I just read over, want the 2 of these I write every single trading day, if you want the complete breakdown, all the options, there's like 15 options plays below this one right here. If you want the complete breakdown of all my options contracts, if you want to know how I was able to take that $10,000 in profits over these past couple of days, it's actually more than that, because some of the other positions you can see, or even this Unity position today, provided me with some amazing profits as well. So if you want that, and again, as well as the newsletters, that's the first link in the description, okay, right under the like button on this video. It's my complete portfolio and daily newsletter, only $15 a month. Yeah, there's ups, there's downs, but in the long run, I can proudly say that over at Waves Capital, we are well in the green, not only in 2023, but all time as well. So if you guys want to join Waves Capital for real, if you want to join my complete portfolio, it's the first link in the description. Once again, choose from any one of these that you'd like. Try it free if you want, and just unsubscribe if you don't like it. But I trust you'll be sticking around. And if you do, welcome to the winning team, you guys. If not, no worries. I appreciate you watching this. So that aside, again, interest rates ultimately have been keeping the markets down for the past 2 years now. Not down, but have been removing the possibility for new all-time highs. Now that there is the hope of a potential reversal in interest rates. Again, maybe it takes some time, but most analysts believe that in 2024, we will see an interest rate cut, which I believe as well. That means new all-time highs for the S&P. And the technicals would back that. So as you can see here, I'm going to zoom in after this, but you can see the new all-time, or the prior all-time high was in December of 2021 at about 480. Okay. As of yesterday, following this news, the S&P 500 just executed something that's a very big deal. Let's throw that off the screen. This line of resistance that the SPY, the S&P 500 has been held under since July 28th. Okay, touch point, confirming this line of resistance. Blasted right through that. But with that pop, we have broken and closed a one-day candle above this line of resistance, which constitutes a legitimate breakout mode. On top of that, we're well above the 200-day moving average. You can see this red line right here. That's also bullish. Volume is looking strong. And it's extremely likely to me that the S&P 500 ultimately makes its way to new all-time highs by 2024. Maybe in the short term, we see a little bit of a pullback, okay? If we do pull back, prior support or prior resistance becomes new support. Maybe we pull back a little bit in the short term. But given this news, given the CPI data, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we rocket higher. And I think that the SPY could be sitting around $500 by January of 2021. Or 2021 of January 2024. Okay? Good times are back, baby. Good times are back. Bitcoin is looking freaking amazing right now. Bitcoin looking strong. And again, like I said, if you guys saw that Bitcoin, it's like 3 reasons Bitcoin will be sitting above $50,000 in 2024 or by January 2024. You can go just Google my name and then something like that. And it'll probably pop up, but it's looking pretty good, you guys. Like that call is looking on track. We're almost at 40K right now. Bitcoin is looking strong. We've broken out of this. I'll just zoom in and zoom back out. I wouldn't say we've necessarily broken out of this ascending channel because that's a technical ascending channel we're in. It's kind of like a megaphone channel that we're currently in this shorter term right here. But ultimately, I do believe that the line of resistance on this reclaimed long-term ascending channel will be tested. I set this range in over a week ago now, probably. But we ended up testing that $38,000 mark to a T on that first pop just under a week ago now. So I do think the top end of this range, and this is just general, again, ballparking these ranges where you see historical support and resistance, historical floors and ceilings. I do think we'll see some more resistance around like 43,000, 43,500. But ultimately, by the end of the year, by January 1st of 2024, I think it's very likely, given the halving, especially that's coming up as well next year, next spring, I do think it's extremely likely that we make our way up to the top line of resistance. Conservative line, absolute line, these two lines, I would personally take profits conservatively. That's just how I roll. But I think that, we'll test the top end of this reclaimed long-term ascending channel right here. Yellow line is support. These white lines, gray lines are resistance. I think we make up our way up there by the new year. Percentage gain would result in, just go to 50K, about a 38% rise, 40% climb to $50,000 or greater. Okay, so that's that, you guys. Again, let me know in the comments what you're excited about right now. What are you buying? C3 AI. Of course, Riot crushed it today as well. Let's take a look at what was going on. Riot up like 10%. AI was up a lot earlier today. Thank God I took some profits when the market opened on that initial pop. But I think more good times are ahead. If you guys want my render, I'm literally about to record a video on render right after this. So good times, you guys. If you want my daily take on all the names I just mentioned, how I'm trading them, again, that's the first link in the description. But if you're invested in pretty much anything right now, if you are a bull, I love to hear it, and you'll probably make some money. Okay? Appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.